Good to know I react the same as a lion when face to face with a lizard.
Jeez, look at that!
This horse might seem aggressive, but he's just defending his many wives and kids from a crocodile that snatched a viewless lunch before.
Belonged to the hippo. And when a rhino showed up and tried to take over, the hippo stayed patient at first. But that patience didn't last long, and the situation quickly escalated.
The poor guy finally figured out who's to blame for all the problems in his life.
Leopard is considered superior to a cheetah. This mama cheetah certainly didn't care as she protected her cub from the young leopard.
The mantis thought that its size made it invincible, until its overconfidence led to its downfall.
Considering how territorial and aggressive hippos are, seeing them make way for the elephant just goes to show who the real king of the jungle is. But, same crocodile, a different visitor. This time, it's a bushbuck. And guess who wins this round? With just a single blow, this cat shows who's the real boss around here.
Long neck or a pair of quick, agile feet.
This is your reminder to not mess with a vicuña, as even this fox couldn't handle its life-threatening stomps.
Bloody dogs after him. Jesus, bloody dogs.
Thinking of the praying mantis is just a stick, a hummingbird decided to rest just in front of it.
World, until you see them in action.
Have you ever seen a dog change its attitude that fast after something it didn't expect?
Whatever was in that peanut unlocked rage in him. And yet another instance of a goose showing its absolute dominance over other animals, with the victim this time being a big old dog.
Moment for the wildebeest. The lion clearly had the advantage, but the wildebeest showed incredible determination, fought back with everything it had, shook the lion off, and knowing it couldn't outrun it, pushed forward instead.
Monkey's cardio saved his life. Leopard's ego, not so much. Nothing says Florida like watching a good old gator fight at the golf course. Or even a black bear. But when a cat's in the mood, you're just its plaything.
Come out of it completely unharmed.
This is what we were talking about, if there was a dangerous situation and you had to push back.
As the dog barked at the bear from a safe spot, the cat quietly handled the situation.
Feeling entitled to the donkey's food, this dog quickly learned its lesson. In an intense fight, one of them took it a little too far.
Coming back towards the hippo.
Watch as this battle for territory turns into a one-sided domination by the elephant. Here we have footage of this boss cockerel, seemingly defending his hens from the cows that roamed a little too close to the fence. Tigers and bears have a long-lasting rivalry, and yet, bears seem to be winning all the recent ones. These lionesses knew they couldn't take down an adult rhino all on their own, so they decided to use him for a little hunting practice instead.
A bear wandered into a pig pen looking for leftover food, not realizing how strong the pig was. And when a second pig rushed in, the bear quickly decided to leave the area. That sudden burst was enough to make the buffalo herd realize they definitely picked the wrong animal to challenge, and the hippo wasn't one to mess with.
This is just stallions settling who gets the ox cord in the pasture. All I know about kangaroos is that they be messing with everybody for no reason. A fight between two silverback gorillas is only stopped if a larger, more dominant gorilla approaches and breaks the fight with just his presence. This isn't a fight, it's an awkward standoff at a farm rave.
But it quickly realized that this one was tougher than it expected. When a wolf started harassing a small cat, the cat relied on its natural climbing instinct to escape just in time, leaving the wolf with no option but to back off.
Heyman blinked and suddenly had a snake-shaped necktie. While escaping from a human diver, this mimic octopus ran into a mantis shrimp. This guy hired a mongoose, the cobra's natural enemy, to deal with a Cape cobra. Needless to say, it did a pretty good job of taking him out of the house. Coming up next on the Real Primates of the Savannah, what happens when one baboon looks at another the wrong way? Crow didn't care about species or speed, it just wanted blood. One blink turned this crowd into dinner. He's their leader now. Oh, I hate when food's not ready to eat. Guess who's not on the top of the food chain today?
This snake seriously underestimated the mantis's ability to defend itself, and by the time it realized the mistake, it was already caught and unable to get away. Though primed for a vicious fight, the crocodile found itself heavily outnumbered and made a tactical retreat.
To see their elk carcass stolen by a grizzly bear who was supposed to be hibernating through the winters. A fearsome battle ensued between the two parties.
Intimidated, but the badger didn't back down.
Usually run the yard, until this chicken said, not today. She bit off more stripes than she could chew. An octopus picking a fight with a big lobster.
Like in any fight, it all started with a verbal spat, but the guy on the right will soon wish that he'd kept his growling to himself.
Despite the rooster's aggression, the peacock had a lot of control in the fight due to its size and speed. And yet another story where the underdog wins. The tiger shark quickly realized its mouth wasn't big enough for this spiky snack.
In a battle between a crocodile and a hippo, you probably wouldn't bet on the latter, but that would be a big mistake.
Dogs you can have. Just look at how it handles the black bear invasion on this house. Koalas may be nature's slowest brawlers, but they got some loud beef. This crocodile learned that there was more to a delicious trunk than what he could see underwater. His whole world tilted.
Moments like this, you really understand the value of having someone by your side.
This poor coyote thought it could just cross paths with the lynx without getting attacked. Needless to say, his assumptions were way off. This cat really acting like it's got main character plot armor. While trying to get rid of this snake, one of the dogs got bit on its paw. Unable to escape, this buffalo stands its ground and survives a vicious lion attack. That bird straight up said finders keeper to a literal death lizard. The lion education system's in shambles. These guys didn't even learn the biting off more than you can chew lesson. This castrol really tried to rob the wrong house. A falcon was trying to hunt this crow, only to be interrupted by the invasive cameraman. Darn good luck for the crow, though.
Like we've got a giant bullying a big feline here.
First time a rooster ended up flying without meaning to.
This clip proves that lions are just oversized house cats at heart. The only meal this cougar would have gotten by messing with the badger were some claws and teeth. Good call, cougar. Good call. pit bull decided to mess with a bison and soon learned its lesson the hard way.
Jesus Christ, Richard!
Who knew Rudolph had hands and was ready to throw them? Mongoose got one brain cell and it screams, "Try me!"
Jesus, look at the length of him. Oh my god. There's another mongoose coming.
Other animals, especially if you're dealing with a mother.
Mantis would easily come in second, just after the Kung Fu Panda legend.
After such an emotional outburst, the buffaloes realize that they definitely shouldn't mess with that hippo.
As a cat, you really only have one job. This one clearly lied on its resume.
Toward a leopard that tried to go after its young. Fierce look from the buffalo was enough to make the rhino realize that charging into this fight wouldn't end well, even with its...
Check out how demanding this horse's trainer is.
Off a miraculous escape.
A giraffe's masterclass on how to shake off annoying followers in no time.
Yeah, baby.
And here it is. Turns out I finally found who really runs this dock.
The cat thought it had the upper hand here. It was not expecting the rabbits to fight back like that.
Bruiser Bear.
While this teen bear was having fun, the tiger decided to scare it a bit. Just wait until the bear fully grows up. Weasel and rabbit out here scrapping like it's fight night at a furry convention. It may seem like a playful chase to the dog, but for the fox, this is a life or death situation.
Rounded a buffalo, and one even climbed onto its back, convinced the meal was secure. The moment the buffalo called out, its herd rushed in to rescue it, leaving everyone wondering who truly rules the wild.
After constantly annoying this already tired bull, the dog finally learned its lesson.
Poor Pelican tried to go for what looked like an easy meal, but things didn't work out the way it expected.
After a long-fought battle for survival with literally a dozen lions, this porcupine was finally able to take a sign of relief. Still think size matters? Think again. It's not that the goose poses any real danger to the gorilla, it's all about that unrelenting aggression and dominance that gets the best of most other animals.
This might be proof that just about everyone is a little cautious around a rooster.
男生，我就搞不懂了，这个楼是有多么的好玩啊？是有多好？你过来，你把脸给我伸过来，过来，男生。
Canadian geese are definitely not the kind of birds that you can approach carelessly and just watch.
It's pretty funny to see 4 lionesses who basically aren't afraid of anything getting absolutely owned by a mere mongoose. The stork could have eaten the baby croc for that jump scare, but chose to let it live another day. Here, we have footage of 2 11-foot alligators fighting for territory and mating rights on a golf course. Ah yes, the ultra-aggressive small dog who couldn't possibly hurt anyone.
Elephants are known for being easily irritated, and these hippos quickly learn that visitors are not welcome in their territory.
An unbelievable speed to casually dodge the jaws of the strongest reptile in the animal kingdom. Warthog 1, Crocodile 0. A caracal saw some warthogs and thought it would be a great idea to chase them.
Poor goat. Full of energy, but only knows one game to play. And unfortunately, no one else seems interested.
This is what happens when chickens watch too many mob movies. Fur coat?
Baggy! Baggy! Abort!
Acting too confidently, the wild dogs approach without hesitation, overlooking the fact that crocodiles have earned their reputation for a reason.
Right. After figuring out that the sloth bear is capable of putting up a fight against them, these tigers retreated back to their group.
As they say, don't judge a book by its cover.
When you think you're top of the food chain, but the local hippo reminds you, not today, Simba.
I bet that lion's still running to this day, just to avoid the embarrassment.
It's no use trying to stand up to an elephant. It just doesn't matter if you're a rhino. These guys are just out here playing concussion roulette for no reason. That kick wasn't self-defense, it was personal. This is what happens when you try to jump someone with connections. This sparrowhawk learned its lesson the hard way after getting mobbed by a crow for attacking a jackdaw. A bull elk and a horse try to intimidate each other for a full minute, only to be stopped by a slipper thrown by an old man. That lemon had no business being that confident. Probably listens to Joe Rogan. Otter's really like, I ain't afraid of some ancient dinosaur, but luckily for the otter, it's just playing nice. Watches as a pride of 18 lions try to take down this rhino. Feeling threatened for its life, the rabbit had to call in some air support to get rid of the dog.
Yeah, see, the cheetah, look how the cheetah took off and ran away there, eh?
Cheetah came looking for dinner, but ended up running from dessert.
Oh my...
Watch as this clever warthog uses incredible survival strategies to hold a full pack of wild dogs and makes its escape using the zebras as a distraction.
安生，你别舔了，那是你弟弟呀，你舔它干嘛呀？一会儿把它头舔秃噜皮了。那你舔吧，反正你弟弟有蛋蛋，你没有。你没有。
Foxes have been known to hunt cats. Probably not this one though. I mean, just look at the fox. It's probably more at risk of the cats. The mother hen auditioned for Mortal Kombat and protected her babies against a hawk all in one go. These lions belonging to a pride saw an exiled lion resting on their turf, so they decided to assert their dominance and show who's the real boss around these areas. This orangutan is 2 seconds away from ending this entire bloodline just for being annoying. Expecting lunch, but it walked away with a personal vendetta and some neck pain. Zap turned him from prehistoric death lizard into scaredy cat real quick.
He must have wandered into the wrong neighborhood.
This dog's bark was scarier than its bite, because after teasing a brave lizard, it quickly decided to run away.
This coyote just wasn't willing to give up on his feast, at least until the owner scared it off with some biodegradable powder rounds.
Learn some manners now.
Feeling bold till he realized crocs don't blink.
A snake wandered into the backyard, and the pit bull reacted fast, making it obvious that the space was already claimed. Really?
During a fight between chimps at the zoo, this one decides to weapon up with a stick. Come on, buddy, that's cheating.
The Komodo dragon is at the top of the list, since an attack can be deadly even for humans.
This gibbon is the cat's karma for all the times it messed with the dog.
This rhino thought it could push around the giraffe, but that confidence faded fast when it realized it had seriously misjudged the situation.
This is proof that roosters never lose a fight. Cats are too curious for their own good.
Where are you? Susie, no, no. Ah, Susie, no! Don't you bite him.
Get him, bud. Get him, bud. Get him, bud.
Next shows a zebra relying on pure speed and instinct to get away.
Entity from. Despite being out of the water and in the bird's beak, the fish never gives up and almost escapes before getting caught in its beak again. Massive whale carcass, an intruding bear tried to crash the party. But the father quickly bared up, bravely defending his family and their meal.
But it matter more than strength and size.
advantage of by the jaguar.
Fearsome weapons in the form of antlers, but the guys decided to settle things the old-fashioned way.
Sure, lions are strong, but that's not all that matters in the animal kingdom.
This in the house.
This dog deserves a medal for bravery. Even a lion or tiger wouldn't dare face off against a leopard.
Kicking its attacker in the face, there's no doubt, it's a true rodent champion.
The dog saw 2 versus 1 was gonna give them the upper hand, but the monkey pulled out a move they'd never seen before. It's not every day you get to see a ram and a bull butting heads with each other.
This bloodline.
Godzilla versus King Kong. You might almost believe it.
What happened between them, but legend says the black bear can still be found hanging on that tree to this day.
She's taking a film.
Ostriches are extremely aggressive animals, so much so that even cheetahs have to think a few times before making their move and failing miserably. Big cat energy? Nah, more like, please let me live vibes. Monkey came in like Curious George, left like Street Fighter George. A common cat versus dog fight turned not so common after a bunch of angry cats decided to form their own mini pride against the dog. Barking dogs seldom bite. It couldn't be more true than this. With its clever strategy, this lizard only targeted the weakest link and kept all the dogs in check with its slithering threats.
First time this rooster ever flew, and it didn't even mean to do it.
This zebra shows you the perfect example of keep struggling no matter what life throws at you, even lions.
But 8 tigers, using the same clever game of hide and seek.
These 2 northern elephant seals engage in a brutal battle for the right to mate with a female.
It's surprising how high that rabbit could jump, and that quick move helped it slip right out of the eagle's reach. But the eagle quickly made it clear that stealing food was a bad
This activated demon mode and turned the predator into prey with PTSD.
Surprisingly, this wild big cat didn't show much confidence when it came face to face with a domesticated animal.
My guy just got Mufasa'd out here. Turkeys are known to fight for days until one gives up their mating partner. No wonder the peacock couldn't hold the ground for long. A group of lions decided to turn this crocodile into their lunch, and thus kicked off their routine neighbor brawl.
Here, a crocodile tried to catch a lion just after it finished eating and headed for the water, but the lion reacted incredibly fast, and her calf, she was unfortunately forced to give up and retreat from the brutal fight.
The only one who had fun in this situation was the little chimp who toyed with a snake, leaving it and its parents traumatized from a common factor.
To realize that to some dog, you're not a wild boar, but just a playmate.
Take a look at this. A lion quietly stalked a vulture, feeding nearby, and even managed to grab it. But wings make all the difference, and the vulture escaped, showing that timing matters. But
knowing its limits against a hippo, this rhino calls for reinforcements, causing the initially confident hippo to leave in frustration.
We're witnessing a real clash of the titans.
I can see why penguins are more comfortable in the water. He got the same look my mom gives me, and they both got in line. This lioness learned real quick that buffets can fight back.
this is exactly why you should never try to take a banana straight from an orangutan.
Even being surrounded by two wolves was nothing for this little guy. I guess they don't call it a Wolverine for nothing. It might be the king of the jungle, but watching 10,000 pounds of angry tusks and muscle come charging at you is gonna make you change your attitude real quick.
For many, a group of rhinos looks intimidating. Clearly, they're used to everyone running away from them.
Messing with a mother is never a good idea. When this leopard tried to crash a mother cheetah's hideout with her 5 cubs for a share of their meal, she quickly chased it off.